It is exactly 9:51 a.m. News and views moving along. Our final interview of the morning is with you, Camry Jacobs. You are a member of the Yes Movement of Westbury, and you're going to talk to us about the shocking truth behind a viral social media post which suggested that Westbury Elders, Nuclear Riverlea, and surrounding areas are going to be plagued by gangster violence over the weekend. And there was this Facebook post, this social media post that suggested that it was by the Fast Guns, but an anonymous participant had posted this, and undoubtedly it has caused absolute panic in the townships over the weekend, though a lot of people were saying that it was a false post that went out. Good morning to you, Camry. Welcome to the program. What can you tell us about the situation that started with this anonymous participant's post on the weekend suggesting that I got shooters with me. We're coming to Westbury Elders, Noordgesig, and Riverlea, and it's going to go down on Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning, and night. And it's a long post. Obviously, you've seen it as well. Um, Very worrying, is it not?
Good morning, and thank you so much for having me on your show this morning. Yes, that post I've seen, and I can say that it has put a whole lot of fear within the residents of Westbury and its surrounding areas that we may mention in that post. For this weekend, as it was stated in the message, we should be, or residents rather, should be keeping indoors, and that's exactly what residents has done. Knowing that they have their own commitments, funerals that one needs to attend to, they've done that, and our area was quite quiet this weekend because of that post.
Okay, so there was also a threat that you need to keep your 10-year-old kids indoors, and they said that they were going to shoot to kill this weekend, being Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning and night. And they specifically say we are coming to all of the colored places. That's how the message reads. Why do you suppose that this went out? Initially, there was talk that it was a false threat, but we're hearing that sadly there was a very high police presence on the weekend in these areas. But to your knowledge, do you know if there was any shootings, if there were any fatalities, or if there wasn't any violence at all in these areas? Do you suppose it was because people chose to remain indoors on the weekend?
As I've stated, the post went out. Noordgesig, Riverlea, and Eldorado Park, including Westbury. That post has instilled a lot of fear in the residents, and the fact that social media has so much power, and one is unsure if it's real or not real. Certain pictures, videos are being circulated as well. So one is really unsure, and that has instilled so much fear within one. Cops have, or SAPS rather, being deployed in unnecessary areas to keep safe. Gunshots has gone off in the area, but it has not been stated that anyone was killed over the weekend.
It is the school holidays at the moment. So, what do you
Yeah.
think people are doing? The threat was supposedly to be just on the weekend. Today is the start of a new week. Is it
Yeah.
business as usual in these townships?
It's business as usual, just walking around in a few of the streets within Westbury. Kids are playing outside, your normal childhood games that kids are playing, play outside. People are making their way to work. So it's business as usual for one for this new week. And the fact that our stakeholders within Westbury have put together programs for the kids for the school holidays. So if you're not seeing kids playing on the streets, then they are in a safe facility where programs have been put together for them by our stakeholders and having to get a meal for the day as well. So I can say our kids are safe for a certain period of time, and obviously they'll make their way home. And it's up to parents to ensure that the kids' safety is in their hands.
Absolutely. But up to now, I presume you are based in Westbury. Have
Mm.
you heard about? You did indicate there were gunshots heard throughout the weekend, but have you received any news if anybody was possibly hurt or killed by those gunshots, or whoever these people are that made the initial threats? Do you think that they just shot in the air just to further intimidate the people in the area?
It could be to intimidate one. As I mentioned, gunshots has gone off, but nothing has been made mention of a life lost during this weekend.
So that is really, something to be grateful and thankful for.
Yes, yes,
Because this has now gone out, undoubtedly it's instilled a lot of fear in the people of
yeah.
these different colored areas. How do people move forward? What is SAPS perhaps saying to the residents of the area? And what are the councillors, the local councillors, doing to reassure people and to perhaps just make the area safer? What are you, as the Yes Movement of Westbury, wanting the government to provide as regards your safety of the community, of your children, of everyone in these communities?
What I can state for now is that SAPS has been more than have been deployed within our areas, within Westbury. I can't stay for the rest of our colored areas, but Westbury, every corner, there are police visibility on our streets. As the youth movement, we just want government to play their role, do what they have out to do, um, and do their simply just do their job. It's not easy. Some of them fear their lives as well. The residents itself within Wesley are trying to stand together in one voice, unity, ensuring that if it's not my son or my daughter, please, you guys need to keep um, indoors. We just all playing it safe, and I think what's keeping Westbury together is the fact that we a praying community. We have our fivefold that is playing their role, and just prayers going out for families. The fivefold is visiting the families who's actually lost um, loved ones by the gun. So prayer is what's keeping us all together within Westbury.
And what about the local councillors? How active are they in keeping the area safe? I know a while ago we'd heard talk about possibly bringing in the SNDF to, try and have some form of protection for the people. A lot of people were against
Mhm.
that idea, but there was talk about that a couple of months ago. Do you think that that might make a difference? Because there's also suggestions that the police are very scared to venture deep into Westbury and the coloured
Mhm.
areas simply because they know or feel that they are soft targets.
So as not only the youth movement, I've missed that session. I think that they met up with our councillor, the residents, the necessary stakeholders within Westbury is trying to engage with our councillor So one just awaits on that update. So I cannot actually state um, how the councillor will, our local councillors within the area will be assisting us, but there is engagement being done.
I suppose the all important question is we need to go back to basics, do we not? It's about education and employment. If we
Yes,
educate our kids and if we find them meaningful employment, we won't have the situation because way too many youth are unemployed, and the government does need to um, start taking notice and addressing this situation, particularly within the colored community.
yes, true, true, so true. We've got matriculants who are sitting at home. I'd say that it's a 50-50. The opportunities are there, but we're not known for it at all. We have our youngsters that are actually going out and applying, but then they don't get um, the job or they don't have the necessary qualifications. So a lot of work has to be done within our colored areas, and that is our plea, that is our cry. Even with the stakeholders, they're trying their best to put programs together for our industry.
Cambry Jacobs, thank you indeed for talking with us. You are a member of the Yes Movement of Westbury, trying to uplift the youth of the community and hopefully also trying to stamp out gangsterism, which is a huge, huge task. God keep you safe, God bless you, and keep your area safe. We will obviously be monitoring the situation very closely. We do hope and pray it was just a prank, a hoax, and that this type of violence doesn't play out not only in colored areas but throughout South Africa. Thank you for your time and God bless.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Please stay.
3 after 10 exactly. A shout out to our production team, Nasreen Naidi, content producer, and Abdul Salam behind the controls. Till tomorrow morning at the same time. Take care. And it is Assalamu alaikum and Khuda Hafiz from me, Julie Ali.